New at 11, Sound Transit is moving closer to ending the honor system on light rail. The agency has approved a pilot program to put fare gates up at up to 14 stations across the region as it looks to crack down on riders who don't pay. The plan comes as light rail expands and more people use the system. KOMO's Tyler Cunnington joins us live now with more on this pilot program and reaction from riders. Tyler.
Well, Steve, Sound Transit says that over the last several years that the actual number of riders who are paying to get onto the light rail services, it has gone down quite a bit and is now through a new pilot program. They're going to try to recoup the millions that they're saying they're losing in the process. And speaking to riders today, they mostly approve of the idea. The Sound Transit Board approving of a pilot program for fare gates at 14 of their stations, which includes those in Linwood, much of downtown Seattle, parts of the East Side, SeaTac Airport, and Federal Way, putting a requirement on payment in order to enter or leave the gated stations. The goal is to launch the system by 2029 or 2030. Some riders say that's how it ought to be.
That's the way I viewed it, was like, if you're gonna ride, you should pay.
While others think it will lead to congestion at the busy commuter stations.
You got a lot of people that are in a rush, trying to get onto these transit platforms.
It comes as the agency has estimated millions in losses from a sharp decrease in riders' payments post-COVID, with about 63% of riders paying for their trips in 2025 compared to 85% in 2019.
Wow, that's not good. that's not a great number.
The agency has not had a barred entry policy without payment since its inception, with fare ambassadors being deployed at times in years past, something one East Coast native said he noticed when he moved here.
And it wasn't really prominent. There wasn't like turnstiles or gates or any kind of thing like that.
Now, Sound Transit says they're looking to join the likes of other transit networks in New York, LA, San Francisco, and Philadelphia with the pilot, with the expectation the gates would pay for their own $79 to $88 million price tag within 2 to 3 years, and from there generate more than $30 million in additional fare revenue per year.
As long as the revenue gets put into just keeping stations clean, pretty, get some local artists to do some art, yeah, cool, why not?
And under this proposed pilot program, passengers who use paper tickets could have to instead use QR codes or disposable smart cards, while riders paying with cash would likely have to find an alternative method. As for youth, they would continue to ride free under state law, but they would likely have to get a youth Orca card in order to smoothly get through those gates or turnstiles. Reporting live here from the Northgate Light Rail Station, Tyler Cunnington, KOMO News.
Tyler, thank you.